Thank you. Let me get this all set up for you guys. Technology, always fighting with technology. There we go. That should be pretty good. Let me know if that doesn't line up okay for you guys. Okay? Okay, there we go. We're good to go. Hey, Son OKC. I guess I don't have to ask you where you're from. My guess again is OKC. Make sure you drop your real name in here. And if you have a cup of coffee, please raise it. Mine is already nice and hot and good to go. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes for some other people to show up, and then we're going to talk about whether or not, first of all, we're going to talk about a book I'm reading. I talked about this on a previous Periscope. Then I want to talk about briefly about the right advertising, basically tactic on Facebook. I was in a Facebook group recently, excuse me, I've got the morning nose itches before my morning sneeze session. I was on Facebook recently in a group called The Secret Team, and hopefully they're going to join us here pretty soon, of really smart people, and someone had posed the question, our Facebook page is dead. Should you go over to groups because there's a lot more engagement? And someone piped in and said profiles are a lot better. And here in just a couple of minutes before as we get started, I'm going to cover all three of those because I have a very strong opinion on that, being the capitalist mind I am. And as you're tuning in, please either drop some hearts, share it with your friends on Twitter, or drop me in a quick comment and tell me where you're tuning in from. I love to hear people, especially people in different states outside of Oklahoma. I know I have plenty of Oklahomans that follow me, but different states, different countries. Please drop in a comment as to where you're from, and also whether or not you are a straight up black coffee drinker, not as in pigment, but as in cup of coffee, or like me, I take it pretty doctored up. Probably a big giant scoop of Splenda goes this, and a couple of seconds of whatever creamer goes in my coffee. While we're waiting for the people to tune in and talk about the Facebook topic, real quick, during one of my previous Periscopes, or doing all of my other Periscopes, stay tuned. I really like to talk about something new that I'm learning, or a new book I'm reading, or a class I'm taking, because the older I get, the more I believe in nonstop education. And so on a previous Periscope, I brought up that a week ago I had bought this book, Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. And by the way, I have no influence, or I don't benefit from this at all. But I was at Barnes & Noble, and I tweeted out a picture of this, and Grant himself reshared it. A bunch of people chimed in that it's a great book. So that's the current book I'm reading right now. If you're having a problem ever selling anything, or you want to know just some different ideas or get the mindset of selling, this might be a good book to pick up. I believe he also has it on audiobook, and he also has it on Kindle. But Grant Cardone is another great guy to follow on Twitter. Thank you for those of you tuning in. Like I said, please drop some hearts, and also make sure you drop a comment as to where you are tuning in from and what your real name is. But if you ever follow Grant Cardone on social media, if I had to whittle down all my social media to following like maybe 5 to 10 people, he would probably be one of them, because this guy is a selling machine. He is located on the East Coast, I believe in Florida. He's mainly involved, I think, in real estate, but he does a lot of sales training. And so if you follow his website or his email list or his Twitter account or his YouTube, this guy is a media monster. And like I said earlier, this is the book I'm reading right now. You can kind of see I haven't gotten too terribly far because there's my page thing. I'm using the sleeve as the cover, but I am in the middle of chapter 2, where it says salespeople make the world go round. So I'm a big fan of sales, a big fan of marketing. Hey, make sure you drop a comment as you're tuning in. Let me know who you are and where you're from. I'm a big fan of sales, big fan of marketing, and his Twitter name is @Grant Cardone. Go look at his website. He has a ton of good TV shows in there, and he does multiple live video shows a week. So he's actually using the internet like his own cable TV station. And so anyways, check that out if you're looking for something to read. Okay, let's get started on the actual topic that you tuned in for. And by the way, I raise my cup to you if you have your coffee. Oh, you know that taste. You know it's good. This all came about because I was in a like I said, a Facebook group called The Secret Team, and there's a long conversation going on about which is better for your business. Is it a Facebook fan page? Is it a Facebook group because pages suck? Or is it some people just live off their Facebook profile? And my take on this is not as a person who just hangs around on social media. My take on this is as a capitalist and as a marketer, and actually someone who helps market other people. And so I look at this from a point of view of time management, and where do I get my best return when I spend time on Facebook, and where does my business get the best returns where I spend time on Facebook, and where do my clients get the best return when it comes to spending time on Facebook. And yeah, Facebook way back in the day started with just profiles, and that's what we personally got on, share pictures, share what we were eating, share what we were doing. And then Facebook got several $1 million, and they figured out they had to start making money. So they started coming out with the advent of advertising and building in more ad features into pages. And I think someplace in that iteration became groups, which are community areas where people who have kind of a common interest can kind of gather together and kind of focus on that common interest. So if you want to log on to Facebook, you don't want to see all the other crap, you can just go into that group of people. Like I'm a pilot, so I'm in a couple of pilot groups and a couple of marketing groups. So different things that I have interests in, I focus on those groups. And so when someone posted this question as to which was better, they basically said that fan pages, I think they said something like they weren't seeing a lot of return on their fan pages, or their fan pages were dead. And here's my quick summary on this, as Periscope's not going to be terribly long, is that Facebook is in the business of making money. They are in the business of making money off of your time and off of my time and off of our pictures and off of our videos. As a business, strictly from a business perspective, which is what I am, fan pages, dollar for dollar and long term, are where you're going to see more of your return. Now, in the beginning, like with any marketing channel, you're going to basically see a lot of return where you spend your time and where you spend your money. And you may be the kind of person like a real estate agent or a self-improvement person who gets a lot of traction on their profile. And when I say profile, I'm talking about that thing you log into with your user ID and password. And that's great. You can share your videos there. You can direct people to your sales pages. You can direct people over to your website. There is a limit. There is a friend limit. Friend, in quotes. Friend limit of 5,000 people, but I think an unlimited number of people can follow you. So over on Facebook, on my account, I don't know if you're one of my followers or not, but I've got close to 400 followers, and most of those people aren't even friends. So you can follow people, but you have that limit of 5,000. Not only that, you cannot target anything. You cannot target sex, you cannot target psychographics, you cannot target demographics, you cannot target buying habits. But yes, the people that love you and enjoy your videos and enjoy your content are going to see you, and you can kind of call those people friends, although they're really more acquaintances. But you're going to run into a limit. Like I said, you're going to run into a limit of 5,000 people that can actually, quote unquote, friend you and see a higher level of your content. But you get no analytics whatsoever, and you get no ability to target, and you get no advertising features at all. You used to be able to do a boosted post, I think, on your Facebook timeline wall, but I don't think you can even do that anymore. So yes, it's good to hang out with your friends and share your videos and get the likes and get the video views, but there's going to be very limited advertising potential there for your business. And again, this is strictly from a business capitalist-centric point of view. On Facebook groups, again, a little bit more focused, but also a little bit more time and energy. And that's what I'm really concerned about with a lot of people when it comes to doing certain things, is do they have the time and energy to do it? And this is why, because I'm in a lot of large Facebook groups, and I run a 3,000 person Facebook group. The time to energy return to me is relatively low compared to a fan page. Here's why. On any good Facebook group, you have to moderate the darn thing, which means you have to go in there daily, if not multiple times a day, see who's posting stuff, and get rid of spam, because people will spam your group. It's 100% guaranteed. People just do nothing but join groups sometimes to just spam their Mary Kay links or their different MLM links, things like that, or their Black Friday sales. So you will have to moderate, and if you're smart at all, you'll have multiple moderators involved, and they will help you keep the group up to date. I'm in one group, I think, that has 7 moderators, and it keeps all 7 moderators busy. In addition, you're going to want to, like I said, regulate who comes in. So you don't want to ever make a group just open. I mean, if you do, you're asking for a nightmare. You want to make a group closed. I wouldn't make it secret unless it really needs to be secret, but make it a closed group where you have to approve each person that comes in. And the reason you want to do that is because you kind of want to look at each person before you let them in your group and decide, does this person look like a spammer? Was their Facebook profile created 5 minutes ago? If you get someone whose Facebook profile was created in the past week, they're likely a spammer, not 100%, but Facebook has over 1 billion people, so people are creating fake profiles all the time. So any profiles that are created brand new are probably fake, so you want to eliminate those. You don't want those in your group at all. So again, Facebook groups are great for a focused topic, a focused, concentrated effort. But again, you get no analytics. You have no idea what your reach is. You have no measurement of clicks or return on time or return on money. So while they're good for certain things, and that could be a whole other video session by itself. Excuse me for a second. I can actually feel my coffee getting colder. Okay, the last one we're going to come to is fan pages, and this is where you need to be spending the bulk of your time, and this is where Facebook is spending the bulk of their time improving things. And I can tell you this because I and my company, the people that work for me, are in the Facebook Ad Manager every single day, and they're making nonstop improvements to make it better for you to advertise there. Not only that, they're making it better for you to target, better for you to reach the right people, because the better targeted you get on your ads, the cheaper your advertising is. Plus, you've got things like mass ad creation, highly controlled budgets, measurements of everything. Measurements of more things than you ever even care to know. Retargeting, which is a huge thing, which you should be doing on Facebook, and that's going to be on my webinar, by the way. Quick plug for my webinar. I'm doing one on the 8th. You can go to, you can just ask me on Twitter, and I'll give you the link to the webinar. But there's so much ability to target and reach the right people on Facebook fan pages. And back in the Facebook Power Editor, back in the Facebook Ad Editor, you always have to tie an ad campaign or a particular ad to a fan page. So while the other platforms are great, and yes, you may be having a good, excuse me, get the morning itches, you may be having good return on your profile or off of your group. When it comes to cold traffic, when it comes to finding brand new people that want to like and buy what you're selling, you will never ever beat a fan page unless Facebook comes out with something new. That's where they're spending their time. That's where they're spending their money making improvements. That's even where a lot of third parties are building tools, and the tools are all working off of creating better ads and measuring ads and generating ad revenue over in the Facebook Ad Manager, which again is tied to a Facebook page. So you can have your profiles. I do some advertising on my profile or push to my landing pages. You can have your group. I do plenty of advertising in some of the focus groups I have. But if you're a business and you don't have a lot of time and you want to log on and get the most bang for your buck, you will not beat a Facebook fan page and the advertising that comes from it. So again, real quick, if you want to know about, I'm doing a free webinar on the 8th at about 2 o'clock Central, talking about 5 tricks you need to know to conquer Facebook in 2016. Hit me up on Twitter. I will share that link to you. Until then, if you're out book shopping, please don't forget to go check out Grant Cardone's book. I have no interest in this at all, other than I just bought it at Barnes & Noble and I'm reading it. Profiles versus groups versus fan pages. Fan pages every single day and twice on Sunday, 100%. If you have any questions, go ahead and tweet me back. Make sure you star this and share it with your friends. Tweet me back and I'll cover them in a future Periscope session. I'm doing these a couple of times a week, just a morning cup of coffee. Then I'll pick a topic and we'll talk about it for 5 or 10 minutes. You'll learn something, you'll enjoy your coffee, and we can both get on with our day. You have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow Patrick Almond on Twitter, Facebook, every place in the world. Take care. We'll see you soon.